Hi everyone! Hope you're all doing well. Hi Rainbow and Lufa Cat. Today is community game night, so if anybody does have any suggestions for Jackbox games, feel free to tell me. We've been doing a lot of trivia murder party and split the room, so I'm assuming that's what we're gonna try and continue with today. But I've been really busy this past weekend, doing a lot of work related stuff. But I got a bit of sleep last night, so there was that. And I woke up a little bit early. I woke up at I think around like 10 o'clock or like 10 a.m. or so. And I was gonna try and work on editing, but I had to like record some stuff in between and then get to editing. But I got a decent chunk done today. So how's everybody doing? Also, hey Ash, how was the driving exam? Did you ace it? Oh, also, how was the meeting with your partner, Lufa? Did that go over well? I mean, you guys don't have to say it. It's just like very private stuff, I guess. But I hope everything turned out okay. One thing I tried a couple days ago, like since I was kind of curious about it, my hair was getting a little bit more messy than usual. I tried using a new conditioner that says that it prevents fizzing. I don't know what that specifically meant until I looked it up. It just meant that it doesn't like let your hair stick out a little bit, so I used it. And I found that it did the opposite thing. It just made my hair frizz up. So I think I'm just gonna stick to the original conditioner and shampoo I used before. Cause I don't know, my hair is pretty smooth for the most part. I don't really need to use anything fancy. But I guess if I use something that I don't really particularly understand, then it will just make my hair a lot worse. But my hair has grown to the point where I can actually put it into a ponytail, which is pretty good actually. I never thought I would get this far, but maybe I'll get it to a bun one day. Oh, that reminds me. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but tomorrow is Labor Day, and I've been so busy lately that I didn't realize that tomorrow's a holiday. So it kind of slipped my mind. I don't know if it applies to mostly everybody, but it's kind of surprised me a little bit because I would have thought I had to work tomorrow. But hey, what do you know? Maybe I'll just take a break, I guess. Well, maybe not a break. I get to work on editing for a little bit. Oh, I also tried out an energy drink a couple days ago. I tried Monster Energy just to see if it actually says what it does. But it's probably one of the worst things I've ever drank. It's just straight sugar and caffeine. It's not just like one of the worst things I've ever had, but it's also one of the sweetest things I've ever had. It's more volatile than soda or pop. Okay, I guess I'll just move on to the games. So if anybody's interested in any of the Jackbox games, then feel free to tell me. Let me pull that up first. One thing I've been trying to keep up with and is trying to get used to it is just like all the weather. Right now it's extremely hot for me. And I used to think that maybe having long hair kind of just would kind of make the, you know, like your body temperature rise like even higher. But I feel like I've kind of gotten used to it. Just a little bit. Like, it's definitely a lot more... Well, I feel like having long hair is something you kind of have to get used to. Kind of like wearing glasses. Okay, hopefully this shows up. Oh no, of course it doesn't show up. It's not a game. Okay, I gotta remember that. By the way, it went well with my partner, and meeting up helped us bond more. Nice. I hope it goes over well, though. I mean, I'm sure it will. I just hope you did something fun, you know, to actually... What's the word for it? Make memories? Hey, Flame Bro, how's it going, man? Labor Day weekend? Yes, Labor Day weekend, but for me, I had work, so I had to do that first, and then Labor Day. And I didn't realize it until I just looked it up, and I went on Twitter, and then people were saying, oh, it's Labor Day. I was like, oh, really? Finally, I get the fucking day off. Which is kind of ironic, because I already have the day off tomorrow. Mondays, Mondays I usually get to take the day off, but yay, hooray! If people didn't work 6 days a week, at least they have that, right? Okay. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on what games they want to play, feel free to tell me, because I virtually have all of them. If not, we're probably gonna go with the games we had before, like Split the Room or a Trivia Murder Party. Anybody's welcome to tell me what kind of suggestions you have. I have long hair. I know you have pretty long hair. It's just something that you kind of have to get adjusted to, though. At least for me. I really hope that, like, the background isn't, like, that loud. Because I have my computer, and then I also have the air conditioner on. So it's like a double threat from both sides. And then I'm just, like, caught in the middle of it. I've been growing out my hair for years, so I'm very used to it. Like, I'm in the home stretch right now, in terms of, like, having long hair, and I feel like during the winter months, it's just gonna help so much with, like, the... Well, maybe it's gonna help a lot with the... Well, with the winter cold. Maybe I'll keep my internal body temperature, like, maintaining it a lot easier. I always thought that was, like, one of the perks to having long hair. Now, like, having long hair, you just get insulated heat. That must be how people feel when they have chest hair. Like, I personally don't have chest hair, but to each their own. I guess maybe it helps a lot. Hey Navi buddy, how's it going? Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, feel free to tell me. This is more so just like the just chatting period, so that whenever people do get to join, then they can either pick whatever they want to play, or if they happen to join late, I don't want to make it so that people, well, they don't get to play the game they joined specifically for. Okay, well, I guess we can do Split the Room, if nobody has any suggestions. Okay, let me just join the game first. Are you able to play any game on Jackbox? Yes, we're able to play any game on Jackbox. Any game at all that people want. I literally have all of them.
Join us.
Okay, let me give you guys the code.
There's room for more.
Oh, whoops. Okay, that's the code if you want to play Split the Room.
Join us.
You know, the other day, I thought about pronunciations and like how some English words are said differently. Or at least the majority of words that I've learned over the years. There's not like like a good reason how I know how they're pronounced. I don't know, it's like a natural type of thing. Like for instance, right? So I didn't know at the time. Well, I knew at the time like for example the word gym, right? People don't pronounce it like Gime. They pronounce it like Jim, the name Jim.
Join the party.
So it's kind of interesting in that regard that it just kind of comes out naturally that most people already know how it's pronounced. If you know the English language, I mean. But it's not something that kind of ticks me off if people pronounce it differently, right? So if somebody adds like emphasis to like a word, like they call it whip instead of whip, then it's not gonna annoy me or anything. But for some people, it might be like nails on a chalkboard. Can we try Fibbage after? Yeah, if you guys want. If you want to try whatever game you... Like, I virtually have every single one of them.
There's room for more.
I want to try Fibbage next too. Okay, I'll give this one a little bit more time, so whichever people want to join, they can. I'll give it like maybe 2 or 3 minutes or so.
Join the party.
I've also been kind of thinking about the... Like, since some people work and they have like the cost of living and... You know, everybody makes a different amount of money. But it kind of just depends on which state you live in. So if let's say you live in California, a lot of stuff are expensive, but also you make a lot more money. And I thought about this in like what would be the best way to retire someday. and I kind of get it, honestly. Cuz if you make money in a different state with a higher wage, then you could just retire in a state with that has like a lower income bracket or a lower wage. So a lot more stuff when you retire will be a lot more affordable, but you also pay a lot less in terms of taxes. So if you make a lot of money right now in California, and let's say you want to retire, like maybe somewhere private, I'm gonna throw like a state out there. Let's say like Wisconsin. Then you'll not only like the places there are a lot more affordable, but you also pay a lot less taxes, and you have a lot more money with it too. So I kind of get it. It's the same thing with people who want to live elsewhere in like a different country.
Join us.
Because in US, maybe you make a lot more money here than you do in like a different country, and when you retire, you get to spend time there, you get to see the sights, but also you get to spend a lot more money on foreign things.
Psst, join the party.
I haven't seen RGS in a while. I wonder what happened to him. He used to show up every stream. What? You was here last stream. It was just here like a day ago.
Psst,
We
join
were
the
literally
party.
talking about... Well, we were talking about what would be the best game that you could recommend to anybody. And he said... Well, I don't know, he had a difference of opinion. But for me, I said... Sort of like a game that I could
Psst,
recommend to
join the
anybody
party.
would have to be a game like Roblox. Because in theory, if you have a platform and you could have multiple games made by a lot of people, then you have a
Join
genre
us.
for every other person out there, right? Kind of the same way like Nintendo almost does. Because Nintendo is a platform, but they also have a variety of games that appeal to plenty of people.
Join us.
But like in terms of Roblox, I can't recommend it to everybody because the games are majority of them are pretty bad. But I'd say it would have to be like a platform of games.
Join us.
Have you ever played Roblox on stream before? Yes, we played Roblox on stream before a lot. It's definitely one of the more brain rotted type of content that I've ever tried to play. But some of the games were pretty fun for
Join
what they
us.
are, for at least 10 minutes. Like one of the games we played was... I'm trying to remember. Dress to Impress. That was like really fun in the way that you could just, well,
Join
pick and
us.
choose whatever you wanted. Like, it's essentially a dress-up game, but, you know, you could just fuck around with it. Which, for the majority of that part, like, for me playing Roblox, I just messed around.
Join
So
us.
that was fun. But for a lot of them, it was just clearly meant for kids. And I'm sure there's games out there that are really good. But usually, whenever I play Roblox, it's just the Easter egg hunt.
Join us.
If they ever do come up with it nowadays. You should really try Ink Game. It's a parody of Squid Game with lots of cinematics. Would be really cool to see you play it and try it. Let us play with you.
Join us.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if I should revisit Roblox again. Do you think you would play it again with the community soon? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna play Roblox anytime soon.
Psst,
Not
join
unless
the
there's like
party.
a community thing where Roblox decides to make an egg hunt. Cause I've done it ever since 2010, so it's been a long time. And only again this year that they decided, hey, it's been a long time.
Join
Maybe we should
us.
make an egg hunt for the kids out there. And they decided to do it in, I think, in June or so. And I participated in it. I got every single fucking egg. And I was very late to the party, but I did it.
Psst,
I stayed up
join the
very late
party.
at night, and I grinded my ass off. But you know what? I got those eggs made for kids. And I feel proud. So, if they have egg hunts like that, sure. Like, I'll do it. But if they have, like,
Psst, join the
sponsorships
party.
where it's, like, brain rot, probably not. Okay. I guess we can begin now if we only have like four people or so.
Join us.
Yeah, whoever wants to join, they can do it later when we play a different Jackbox game.
Meow. Do not be startled. I am here to guide you as we explore the deepest recesses of your mind. You will build strange and complex worlds using only your imagination and your thumbs. A hypothetical situation missing one key part will be transmitted to your device, like this one. Ads before online videos have been banished. In their place are 15-second videos of this. They are not skippable. Is life better? There are infinite possibilities you could write in to complete this scenario. Choose wisely, though, because everybody else will then answer yes or no. And you will earn more points if you split the room. Fitting name, huh? For those of you in the audience, you'll be competing as one player. Your answers will be determined by a majority vote. Yes, even in a nebulous void, democracy is important. At the end of the game,
I feel
the
like at
person
this
who
point,
creates the most divisive
everybody
dimensions will
knows
win.
what to do. But
Got
I
it?
play the
Good.
tutorial just
Now
in
let's
case.
begin. We're about to enter a dimension where anything is possible. So don't fact-check us, Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's time to split the room. Okay, it's time to build some strange worlds.
Wow, I got a really interesting prompt. Let me see. What's the best way to go about this? I think maybe when it comes to playing Roblox, like, I don't want people to get the wrong idea, where there would be like a lot of kids that come into the stream, and then they, I don't know, like, we would have to have moderators and somehow control that. Because when I think of Roblox, I think of it more of as like a kids platform type of thing. But you guys want to know what's the most interesting thing I saw the other day? Like, I decided to look more into that Japanese horse game called Usem something. And a lot of people are really into gacha games.
Brace yourself for. I can see right through you. You're 100 years old and you're on your deathbed. Thanks to new technology, you can be remembered as a hologram. Unfortunately, the hologram will depict you doing this. Do you still get one?
You're 100 years old and you're on your deathbed thanks to a new technology. You can be remembered as a hologram. Fortunately, the hologram depicted you stark naked. I don't know, probably not. Most people get remembered as a statue, so I don't know, like, being remembered, a lot of people tend to get forgotten, so
The longer it takes the room to answer, the more bonus points you get. This scenario is called performance anxiety. Whenever you hold this with both hands, you become a fantastic singer. Your friends enter you in a TV talent competition. There's a $10,000 cash prize. Do you appear live with your lucky charm?
whenever you hold the frog that likes to jump with both hands, you become a fantastic singer. Your friends enter you in a talent competition. There's a $10,000 cash prize. Do you appear live with your lucky charm? I don't see why not. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. You guys got something against frogs? Oh, but going back to what I was saying for like the gacha games, like a lot of people, like on YouTube, like on the YouTube side, there's so many people that are into gacha games in general. And it's like really interesting because the views for those games just get blown out of proportion.
You can fly. However, it causes your butt to expel a non-stop stream of this. You're in a crowded area and late for a meeting. Do you take to the skies?
Oh, this one's difficult. I mean, you know, honestly, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, you get the power of flight, but it doesn't give you gas. There's like nothing wrong with it. Oh wait, you're in a... Oh, I see. I mean, I don't care. It's whatever. I generally wouldn't mind, but to each their own, I guess.
Next is sleep training is draining. Your newborn will not fall asleep. She screams and screams. Through a disturbing fluke, you find that your baby will sleep peacefully if listening to a podcast about this subject. Your parents are coming to town to watch her for the weekend. Do you tell them about the sleep hack?
I mean, I don't see what's wrong with it. Sure. I mean, if they absorb and go down the route of brain rot, that's something different. I like to think that kids are kind of responsible for what they watch. If they want to watch brain rot, that's kind of up to them. But as a parent, I don't like. I don't really have that much control over that. Like, I could turn it off, but they're just gonna watch it again. So.
Let's check in with the
Hey
standards.
Reaper, how's it going, man? Yeah, we just started Split the Room, so.
It's time to create some more havoc.
You have a home security camera one night. It just captures the definitive proof of Bigfoot, and in the background you can see you shared the footage with the world. Oh, yeah, let's see. It's... Let's see if you guys would go for this. It's certainly going. It'd been an odd couple of days. Is something going on? I know tomorrow is like Labor Day, so a lot of people get the day off. But for me, I already got the Mondays. Like, I already got Mondays off for the most part, so it doesn't really do anything for me. So, yeah. There's that. It just happens to land on a holiday, so.
Time is a real concept, and it's running out.
I always thought of the same way, like when I was back in school, there used to be holidays that landed on, like, the weekend,
Lord.
and it just kind of pissed me off
And
a little
now,
bit.
Punch your way out. You're fighting in a boxing match that has a $10,000 purse.
Like, those
You
were
are
the
one
unlucky
big blow away
days.
from winning when you hear your competition whisper this in your ear. Do you let him win?
You're fighting in a boxing match that has a $10,000 purse. You're the one big blow away from winning when you hear your competition whisper, "I'm gonna lose my house," in your ear. I don't know. I'm not gonna let him win. Like, it's $10,000. I'd rather keep it to myself. Like, I don't know. Like, 10,000 for a house? Nah. I don't know the guy, so... I'm not gonna let him win. I'm not gonna let him beat me up.
Super split.
Here's one I like to call hardly working. For $5 an hour, you can hire an impersonator to do your job for you. Your coworkers will unequivocally think it's you. Their work is good, but they have one strange tick. They do this. Do you hire them?
For $5 an hour? That's really cheap, and I don't mind that. That's like, yeah, sure, why not? Because if they only have one thing and they're like schizophrenic or something, I don't mind that. Like, that seems... Like, considering the fact that, like, you make more money than $5 an hour, and you don't have to do much, and you have a whole bunch of free time. Fuck it, whatever. They do a good job, and they're gonna keep it.
It's time for Haunted by Your Mistakes. You have a home security camera. One night, it captures definitive proof of Bigfoot, but in the background, you can be seen doing this. Do you share the footage with the world?
Yeah, let's see you guys answer this difficult question. I mean, it was gonna be something entirely different, but you know, I chose the more sensitive, the more sensitive for the, for if some kids happen to stumble across the stream. It ain't the worst thing in the world.
And now, Binge Pipe presents Driving Up Ratings. You're a rideshare driver. If you end the day with a 5-star rating, you get this. A terrible passenger demands you run a red light. Do you?
I don't know. Like, I'm very... Well, it's not obedient, but I'm very tight when it comes to laws on the road. I'd say no. Because for the most part, I think a lot of people don't really like drivers that you know, they decided to break the rules. Not that I care that much about it, but generally speaking, I'm like a very safe driver.
Here's where everybody stacks up at the moment.
Hey, Lufa's winning.
We've reached the decisive diminish. Everybody will be presented with a new type of scenario. There will be 2 options to choose from. Door number 1 is already provided. You will decide what's behind door number 2. Remember, you want to make it as hard of a choice as possible. Oh, and if you correctly predict a certain player's decision, you'll earn some bonus points. Let's begin. Write an option that you think only some people would choose.
Okay, let me see. Wow, this is a really far out there question to do with genetics. Actually, this is a good idea. Maybe. Oh, no, this is just gonna be stacked. I already know that a lot of people are gonna pick the other option. I wonder, if you guys could have, like, one animal that you think would be intelligent enough to just, like, be able to communicate with you, like, directly. Like, which would you choose? Because I have a feeling for a lot of people it's just gonna be cats and dogs.
You're a geneticist hired to build the theme park of the future. However, you have limited genetic material to work with. You can either create flying corgis or this. Which monstrosity do you create?
Uh, I don't know. They're like not really monstrosities. I don't think they harm anybody. Maybe the flying corgis.
Great prediction. You just earned some bonus points.
What was that question again? If you guys could have one animal that can directly communicate with you, that hasn't, well, that, like, let's say, for example, it's not just like gorillas or like birds that can mimic you. They can directly communicate with you. Like, on a one-on-one conversation basis. Which would you guys choose?
Moving on. You've lost your face in an accident. The plastic surgeon can either give you a face that looks exactly like your father, or this person. Which new face do you get?
I don't know. It kind of depends. Do you want to look like a woman, or do you want to look like yourself? I don't know, yourself. I mean, I choose my dad's.
No dice.
Well, I don't know about an anime character. That's kind of... That's... I don't know. Their skin is very smooth, and they have very big eyes. I don't know if I want the anime character face. As a species or a single entity, I'd say maybe just as like a species. You can only pick one though, and only you get to talk to them. Other people don't know what the fuck they're saying. So you'd be like the animal whisperer. Hey, I got the most likes. Nice. I guess talking to ravens would be kind of cool. They are already intelligent and resourceful animals. I don't know, that's kind of like a very... that's... There's not really like an exotic animal that you guys would like to talk to. Like, my simple answer would be... Like, since I'm usually around them a lot, maybe spiders. Like, I could get an idea of like, hey, why do you guys make webs? You know, you could just sleep and not do it. Like, you just maybe find a box somewhere and then just like chill out. but it's like, oh, I guess maybe they just make webs to trap their prey or something. But still, it's like, at least I can communicate with them and then say, you know, you don't have to make the webs. If you want, I could just like get you some food. Like, we have a lot of food here. Someday you're gonna become bigger and stronger. I mean, they won't grow to the size of like a human, but you know, maybe one day they might be able to. Maybe have like some sort of super mutant reaction. They might be good conversationalists. The only thing that I've ever heard of that ravens do, or was it crows? I know that for crows, if you give them food, or you do anything that's like considered a nice gesture, they're just gonna come back and give you shiny stuff. Like a coin or like a paper clip or something. But they don't really do anything else other than just give you gifts. Well, that and they'll tell like their ancestors and their what is it, their friends or so about you and whether or not they like you. So that's like the, well, I mean, I guess that's kind of good if you can communicate with a crow. Or like a raven, I mean. Okay, let me get to the other Jackbox game. You guys said you wanted to play Fibbage, right? Oh, that's not the Mega Picker. That's weird. Oh, it's because I have this to the side. Alright, that makes sense. Okay. Damn, it doesn't show up until I put it up over here. That's interesting. Okay. We can start Fibbage relatively soon. Well, I mean, I guess I could just go on it now. Just to prep a little bit earlier. Fibbage. Fibbage. Wait, there's like 4 different Fibbages. What kind of Fibbage do you guys want? There's a lot of Fibbage here. Maybe we can play like the latest Fibbage. I don't know what's the difference between all these, but maybe it's like an improvement on the last one. There's also Fibbage XL. Oh, this is the original one. Okay. Oh, I don't have 2. That's the only Fibbage I don't have. I guess we can do Fibbage 4, since it's the latest one, I mean. Okay, just let me get this down and then... Oh, wait, I remember this one. We played this one. We didn't get to play all the other Fibbages, though. Okay. If anybody wants to join, feel free to do so. Damn, it kind of defaulted to me having the frog icon. Are they required to obey or be honest in any way? No, I wouldn't say like they'd have to obey, but I'd say they can... I don't know, it's more like a friend type of deal. Less so of like a pet thing. So they're on like the same like what is it? Let's say same intelligence and same capacity to memorize stuff. I want to talk with my cats. I mean, I guess that's more reasonable, since you have them around, right? I think besides spiders, maybe, this one's really much of like a thinker. Because I'd have to be around them, right? Oh, maybe mosquitoes. Because at the very least, I can tell them, maybe, maybe, please don't bite me. Please find somebody else, or I don't know. You can have like maybe you can communicate with the other mosquitoes to tell them not to bite me or anything, right? I think for me, when I think of it, at least that could be like a reasonable answer. This game's music sounds amazing. I love this tune. I think it's okay. It's definitely a lot more trippy. I'd have to agree with Raven as well as it's the most useful available for humans. I think in terms of a Raven is a reasonable answer. Ravens can get you information on anything in the world. They can also fly. I guess that's like something they have in their advantage. I'll give it like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but it looks like it's probably just gonna be the two of us. I haven't remembered like what this game's about, but I have a feeling that it's more so of trivia. But again, I'll wait a little bit. But you guys want to know that what's so good about this? There used to be, like during our community game night streams, there used to be like a lot more kids that would join. And I could really tell some of them were kids, mostly because the way they talked, they would just kind of use improper English, but not just like improper English. They would just tell me to hurry the fuck up about the games. And I always was kind of ticked off a little bit by it, because they would just keep telling me, no, just shut up, just just play the games, just start it. And I'd be like, I'll start it, just give me like a couple minutes, I'll start eventually. Like I couldn't even have 1 or 2 minutes, they would just tell me right away, yeah, just start the game, stop yapping. But it's so much nicer having like less of a, well, like a lesser amount of people and having like maybe 2 or 3 people join. Because at the very least, people don't just tell me to hurry the fuck up. So YouTube, I feel like they're on something. They're doing something with the YouTube Kids algorithm and app and all that sort. It's actually a really nice change. I like having a slower pace when it comes to the chat, but also having less people overall. I think there may have been some policy updates recently. Yeah, I've seen like there have been like algorithm updates apparently, and Twitch has been doing the same thing. But I've streamed on Twitch a couple times, and I just found it to be kind of underwhelming. Twitch is just, I don't know, it's just like really weird, like for a stream platform. I've tried it, and I just didn't really like it all that much. And I know for a lot of people, they generally do the whole multi-streaming thing. I don't quite get it. Like, I know it gives them more opportunities of like drawing in people, but that's not how you that's not how you that's not how you grow necessarily. The only way you grow is not by multi-streaming, but the way you do it is by making good content. So like there's nothing nothing valuable to multi-streaming. Like, it gets you maybe 1 or 2 eyes, but at the end of the day, content really matters most. Not that the algorithm, it's fucking me up. I can't. Why aren't I growing on the Twitch platform or something? That's what I thought was kind of funny. Some people complain about them not growing. I was working on my Minecraft server. Oh, how's that Minecraft server going? Did you figure out like the plugins? This is some Froggy Sings actually gets on his nerves. I'm astonished. No, there's like another thing that does get on my nerves. It's when people say that they're not like growing. They say that I don't know, like they've been working on the YouTube and why haven't I seen growth or anything? And the way they go about it is just like the worst way possible. Like they haven't improved on anything. They haven't, worked on editing, and they haven't done anything to back it up with. It has nothing to do with the algorithm. It has everything to do with like you bringing value to the table. And that's something I had to figure out when I first started YouTube, right? Because my videos when I first started were terrible, but I slowly began improving. So that's like another thing that does tick me off. Like, you gotta put in the work to grow. I'm figuring out everything and it's being close to finished, but I felt obligated to do this first. No, you don't have to, Lufa. It's okay, man. Go work on your Minecraft server. Like, the community game nights, they don't always have to, like, be here. Like, we usually have it once every other 2 weeks. And we do have Scribble, if you're interested in that, too. I mean, later on. But we can start. I've been yapping a lot. This is just a subject that I'm more passionate about. Lufa, you are obligated to play. No, they aren't obligated.
Welcome to Fibbage.
It's more of a casual
host,
thing.
Cookie Masterson, and joining me today is the ghost of my father, the king. He wants me to kill so many uncles. Let me say at the outset, you're not all going to survive. Some of you will perish in a horrible way, but live or die, to me, you're all patriots. Oh, and don't forget you can still join the audience. The audience votes on their own lie to earn points and fake out the players. Let's get to it. This is round one. I'm handing out 500 points for each player you fool with your lie. And you'll net a cool 1,000 for finding the truth. Okay, pick a category.
Oh, do I get to pick, or somebody else gets to... Oh, I get to pick. I see.
Let me help with that.
I was kind of confused there for a moment.
First up, a crack team of researchers at the University of New Mexico discovered that professional exotic dancers get better tips when they blank. Now, use your device to put in a lie that the other players might think is the truth. If you're stumped, you can hit the lie for me button, but using it's only worth half the points. Start already.
You know, one interesting video that I've seen lately that I kind of wanted to try out, because there's like a video I watched about side hustles in terms of art, and I kind of wondered like what it would be like if I tried to get into like the side hustles for like drawing and commissioning and all that, and like the difficulty of it all. But the hard part is just kind of getting my own spin on things. Because I don't want to copy the concepts. But it does seem like a really interesting thing.
Here are your choices. Tap the one you think is true on your device.
But I also did watch one video about artists and how difficult it is to be able to get art commissions. Because, believe it or not, there's like Discord servers out there specifically dedicated for artists out there just to get a commission of some kind. Because it's really difficult as like an artist to try and make money, which is very surprising. Because at the time, there was like definitely a lot of people, but I didn't know that being an artist, like there was so many like so much competition with it.
Let's see what everybody picked.
But I think like being an artist kind of like there's definitely a lot like compared to now, like it's definitely a lot worse because you have AI doing a lot of things. And a lot of people, especially like the older generation, and I found this to be like for a lot of older people, they prefer AI over like drawn art in terms of like commissions and all that.
Forget about it.
Which, like, it's just I don't know. I'm like pretty neutral because I know AI is gonna become like a larger thing in the future, but I can't help but feel a little sad that that a lot of the older generation prefer like the AI art. That's just from what I've seen for a lot of older generations for in terms like just like YouTube and thumbnails and all that.
A secret society in 1738 called the Order of the Blank. All right, type in your lies.
Roman Catholics in Bavaria founded a secret society in 1738 called the Order of the... I'll do a really simple one. You guys probably don't know whether or not it's real. Like, AI is consistent, but to me, I could... Like, since I've had more experience with drawing, like, can you guys point out what is the AI and what isn't?
Okay, here you go.
Like, to me, I can definitely point it out just by, like, a lot of features that just feel like it's definitely not, like, a human that drew it, I mean. There's lines that I see that aren't human, or there's definitely not any flaws that I can think of. And that's usually how I know something's AI generated. But AI has come a long way in terms of, well, what it can generate. Because, well, I think we all seen, like, the Will Smith with the spaghetti. And, well, now how it goes about generating Will Smith and spaghetti. Like, it's definitely a lot better. And it looks more real. I wonder what you guys chose for this one. Oh, no one picked mine.
Should have picked this.
No, the Phoenix was too obvious.
And have chronic breathing problems.
The Order of the Pug, huh? Damn, Ash, you only got 5 points. What's happening?
Let's check in on the lifestyles of the rich and or famous.
The VIP.
Before he wielded his hammer as the god of thunder, Chris Hemsworth explained that his first job was working part-time cleaning blank. Write your lies now.
This kind of reminds me of like another superhero character. I think it was Iron Man. Like one day he went to Burger King and his like life and his career was down in the dumps. So he decided to eat a Burger King burger, I think a Whopper. And then all of a sudden it changed his life because it was the most disgusting shit he ever ate. So he spat it out. and he dedicated his entire life to just like changing it and not doing drugs and that. Part-time cleaning what? What'd be a good prompt? And I can't really think of any. This is really difficult.
Time to seek the truth.
But I think I have an idea which would be most simple. But with this game, it kind of throws you a little bit of a curveball sometimes.
Let's take a look.
No, what the fuck? I fell for it. Really? Well, at least somebody fell for mine. Oh, there's... What the fuck? Really? Did you guys actually know that? How do you get a job getting paid for doing that?
It's round 2, and that means the stakes are doubled. Time to pick a category. Ah, here's a good one. What does your future hold? Consult the Bush and Pineapple suits in Marianne G. Wizard's electronic tarot deck made specifically for blank. Enter your lies now.
Electronic tarot deck. Or is it tarot? Tarot. See, that's like another English word that I can pronounce differently. But it's one that I don't really know. At first I thought it was tarot. It could be pronounced tarot. Damn, this one's a good one. I wonder if people are gonna fall for it.
Okay, these are the choices.
Well, I know one's already out because it's kind of political. Well, I mean it is political, but what's the simplest one? Maybe this is the answer.
Come on, show me what you picked.
I swear, if it's like the political one, I can't really believe it. There's no way it's the... Oh my god. Okay, that's not it. Wait, what? Really?
Ronald Reagan is the emperor, Richard Nixon is death, and you...
Oh my god. I just saw it. There's like a little bit of a hint in the sentence, I mean.
I spent my entire childhood watching bad movies just so you could have this question.
You know what I also remembered?
Live, I'm only playing
Well,
the
about
floats.
this game, I mean. Like, towards the very end, it kind of gets really easy, and you could just win all of a sudden.
This is Santa's Toyland, a sort of international toy factory. Here are gathered boys and girls of different races and creeds.
Ooh.
They have come from many lands to help Santa bring joy and happiness to all of the Earth's children.
Now, forget the children.
1959 Santa Claus movie truly becomes a unique Christmas film when blank and blank attack Santa. Submit your lies now.
Yeah, I won't lie. Back when I was a kid, I didn't really believe in Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. I was like more, I don't know, geared towards realistic, like realism. Let me see. What's a good one? This one's kind of a hard prompt to come up with anything. But I think it... Like, I don't know. I'm more of like a skeptic person. If I don't see it, then I don't really believe in it. I just think that's kind of reasonable.
Okay.
Like, if I see a little bit of proof first, then, you know, maybe I'll consider it. I just think that's, like, more logical. Which one's the real one? It can't be something outrageous, so maybe... I'm gonna... Well, I guess I'll choose the most outrageous answer. Oh, no. You can't see oxygen?
Okay, what everybody pick?
Yeah, but there's like, you know, textbooks on science and, you know, books on it. See, look, this was the most reasonable one. I don't think they had aliens back in the 1950s or so. I'm surprised that 3 of us got it. It's kind of like the same thing with people who believe in flat Earth, or people who believe that
Select a category.
what is it? Not just like flat Earth, but people that think that they can eat air, and I don't know, they can survive off of air. I forgot what they're called, but some people believe they can do that.
Let's see what you think of this. While they are certainly the butt of many jokes, you can save them on the second Tuesday in April, which is International Be Kind to Blank Day. Okay.
I mean, when have you guys ever tried consuming something made of air? Like an air pie, or, I don't know, an air burger. Or had a drink of air. While they are certainly the butt of many jokes, you can save them on the second Tuesday in April, which is intentional to be kind to... What is this? Oh, international. Froggies, are you perchance dyslexic? No, I'm not like dyslexic. It's just that when you're streaming, when you're streaming, you have this thing called like the streamer brain. So it makes it a lot more difficult because you gotta pay attention to like many things going on at once. Because for me, I have like 2 different monitors and like 3 different pages up. So, so I'm just like looking everywhere at once. I know maybe like my tracking doesn't show it, but it makes it kind of difficult to be able to focus on one thing at a time. But I can read just fine.
Let's see what you picked.
Generally, like off stream, I can do it. No, what? Really? Damn, what would be the answer to this one? Oh, what the fuck?
I don't see why. The prosecution's never nice to me.
Be kinda Lawyers Day. Never heard of that before. There's a holiday for everybody, apparently. Damn, Lufa and Ash are neck and neck. You're just 10 points above.
This is the final fibbage. It's a 2-part question, and I'm giving out triple points. No pressure.
Like generally when people stream, it's like a little bit more difficult because it's not just like doing things alone.
And on his 63rd birthday, a group of Missourians gifted President Harry Truman his own blank. Now you're gonna write one lie that sounds like it might fit in either of these 2 blanks. That's double the chance to fool your fellow players. Make it good, and it might get picked for both blanks and earn you a bonus. Sound good? Don't worry, I'll put a little extra time on the clock.
But for the most part, I'd say maybe in terms of pronouncing different words. Like if it's really difficult, like that one long word in English, it's something alidocious. I forgot what it was called. It's the longest word in English. How's that pronounced?
You've used half of your time if you care about that sort of thing.
See, if it's something like that, I can't pronounce it. But for regular words that doesn't have that much of a word count, I can do it just fine. Or if I take my time with it, like on stream, I mean, I can definitely do it.
Okay, here are your choices. These questions have 2 different truths, but we'll focus on this one first. Select the truth for just this question now.
I think this was really difficult in terms of a prompt, I mean. But I think what makes the most sense is... Well, I'm gonna pick this one. Probably isn't the right one, considering the words are together. But who knows, maybe it is.
Time to deal with this one. Choose the truth for just this question now.
But I'd say in terms of, well, I don't know, it's not really a disability, but the only thing that I have that's wrong with me is just I have myopia. So, in general, I do have to wear glasses. But it's not, like, nearsighted to the point where it's terrible. Like, I can see without my glasses just fine, but I can't see, like, that far. Like, I can't see something 30 feet away from me. with like
All right,
2020
who picked
vision.
what?
Oh wait, what? Damn it.
We call this lateral thinking.
Very smooth. I mean, I should have known from the spacing, but... Oh, you guys fell for that? Really?
A double whammy.
I don't even know what the fuck a bumper boat is. What? Wait, what?
Nobody picked this.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, they're
Sadly,
different?
Harry Truman rarely bowled, and
I thought they
Big
were the
Barge
same.
is still floating in the gutter.
I don't think I came back from this. I think I'm still dead last. Nice! Wow, Lufa received the most likes as well. You won 2 games in a row. But Ash was really close. Froggies, you fed Lufa that one at the end. Hey, to be fair, I didn't know. I just had a sneaking suspicion. I thought it'd be Steamboat. I really thought it could have been something else. Maybe I should have chose it. I should have trusted my gut. I'm gonna go work on my Minecraft server now. I'll keep this in the background. Alright, Lufa. Good luck with the server, man. Yeah, if anybody has any other suggestions for Jackbox games, you guys are more than welcome to tell me. But otherwise, I have a feeling maybe we can move on to Scribble now. Well, more so because I want to be able to eat like a little bit of a snack after the stream. Because I'm like extremely hungry. I haven't gotten anything to eat. Have you guys ever tried eating an egg sandwich? Like, it's essentially scrambled eggs, but it has like I don't know, it's like sweet at the same time. But it's like a pastry as well. Like, I had it and I thought it was okay. Like, it wasn't anything special. It's just, it tasted okay. Maybe it's not an egg sandwich. It's like an egg salad sandwich. I got an idea for the steamboat since on my recent trip I saw an old steamboat in Kansas City. Oh yeah, huh? You went on vacation for like the 3 cities, didn't you? Did you get any souvenirs from the trip? Maybe you took some pictures as souvenirs? Okay. We can shut this off. Oh no, it's lagging. It doesn't want to leave. Oh boy. Hold on. Alright, that took a little bit. Yeah, Fibbage didn't want to close. I don't know what happened. I didn't take much pictures though. This trip was kind of stressful. Oh, was it because you were out and about and you had to meet people? Or, I don't know, go in public or something? Because some people, I don't know if like most people here have it, but they have like a fear of being in public and it's like very overwhelming. It's like the opposite of claustrophobia. Like for me, I have neither. I don't have claustrophobia and I don't have a fear in public, but I am an introverted person. Like I usually keep things to myself, but I don't really mind being out in public as much. Like if I need to order something or need to ask somebody something, or if I need to talk with somebody in terms of like a business meeting or meeting new people, you kind of just get used to it. Now you could say, well, that's really weird for an introverted person who knows how to make conversations and they're able to talk with other people in a, not like in a shy manner. I know it's really weird. But I like to think that most introverted... Oh, I didn't mean to join somebody's game. Hold on. I think I'll put this to the side, and then I'll put Scribble. I opened Sony Vegas. I did it accidentally. I'm sorry. Well, not that you guys could have seen it, but... Now, I think the misconception that you're introverted means you're automatically socially awkward, but that's not the case. I don't know. I'm generally not like shy when it comes to meeting people. A lot of it has to do with me like taking speech classes back in college, but also in high school I had to do a lot of things that maybe in terms of going up and debating and, you know, talking with people. That was like something I had to do. Arguing between my sister and my mom, my bad paranoia kind of ruined the trip. Did it? Well, I'm sure everything's gonna go well. I'm sure everything's gonna go smoothly. That's just for like the short term. Everything works out in the end. At least I like to think so. So if anybody wants to join, feel free to do so. We're gonna move on to Scribble now, so... Unless people want to go back to Jackbox, I can kind of do that. But we might play maybe 2 or 3 games before I call it a night, because I want to be able to get a little bit of a walk-in, and then maybe grab something like a snack to eat before I eat dinner. Like, I've been really cutting back on eating, mostly because, like, it's not that I want to lose weight, but I felt, like, very lethargic lately, so I kind of want to eat less. And that meant, like, I had to cut back on sugar as well. For Scribble, I think I'll wait just a little bit. For maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But I do have to wonder, like, if you're introverted, like, what would be the opposite of introverted, like extroverted, right? So if you're extroverted, does that mean they always go out and they never have like any time alone? Like, it's hard for me to like accept that, because if you're like on all the time and you have to, you know, talk to people, that would just kind of suck. Because it means you don't really have that much alone time. Or maybe people prefer to not necessarily want to be alone, but they want to gather as much friends as possible. and kind of surround themselves in like a veil of positivity. But I like to think that if you're more introverted, then you kind of get to meet all sorts of people, and maybe you become a little bit more accepting and tolerable of other people. Or at least that's just me. I like to think that I'm fairly tolerant of most people. Because I've kind of been around the block and I've seen all sorts and shapes. And also, not just like all sorts and shapes, but there's a variety of people out there that believe in all sorts of things. Okay, well, I guess it's just me then. Well, I don't know if I could play Scribble by myself. Maybe I'll just turn this into a just chatting stream. Or better yet, I'll just keep waiting a little bit longer. You know, recently I saw on Twitter that there's people out there that... Well, I don't know if like most people here are into it, but they really like nutmeg and pumpkin spice. Since it's gonna become a thing in November or so. But I never really liked the idea of pumpkin spice in general. It's just, like, I never liked pumpkin, and I never really liked the hint of pumpkin in anything. And that includes coffee. But it seems a lot of people really like pumpkin spice. It's just not me though. I guess maybe besides pumpkin spice, what else can I think of? Well, in terms of flavors, I don't really like. Peanut butter is another one of them. Like, I like peanut butter, but not in everything. Like, it doesn't have to be in coffee, and it also doesn't have to be in cereal. Or chips, for that matter. But another thing that I generally don't like is chocolate-flavored chips. Like, chocolate is good on some things, but not everything. I guess maybe if you fry chocolate, and then maybe like you fry it and it becomes like chocolate chips, chocolate chips. Then maybe it's very fitting because you get a little bit of crunch and crispiness for it. Okay, well, I mean, I guess everybody's really busy. I mean, I can keep waiting a little bit longer, but okay, well, I mean, I guess if nobody wants to play, I can kinda either go back to the Jackbox, or maybe I can just call it a night. I'm actually, like, really hungry right now because I hadn't had anything since the start of the stream. I kinda wanted to eat that sandwich that I had in the refrigerator. But I can also eat it while I'm on stream. Actually, that gives me an idea. Hold on, give me 1 second. I might as well have it here if anybody still wants to join. I'll be back. Whatever you want, dude. We're chilling. Honestly, I prefer these like low chat streams, mostly because I can just speak my own mind, and mostly because I could just talk and say whatever I want. But I appreciate everybody being here. Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta go get the sandwich. Alright, I'm back. And I brought a donut with me. I couldn't find a sandwich. Maybe my dad ate it or something, but I got a chocolate donut. It's just a little bit of a... Oh my god, oh god! The donut fell on my lap. That's okay though, it's not that dirty. When I say dirty, I mean like my legs. It got smeared a little bit for chocolate. Jesus. This is what happens when I do it on stream. I'm focusing on like 3 things at a time. That's okay though, it's okay. It's not that bad. Alright. Okay, I guess I can turn it into just a just chatting stream. Let me get out of this first. Okay. I still have like the Jackbox link up. I mean Jackbox. I still have the Scribble link up. I guess if anybody wants to join, they can kind of create their own party. Okay, let me just chat for a little bit, and then maybe we could just call it a day. Also, let me turn on some like Animal Crossing music. We're gonna set it to something differently. Hey, do you guys ever eat donuts? If you guys did like do eat donuts, like what kind of donuts do you generally want to eat? For me, I don't go with the basic donuts. I don't go with chocolate and vanilla. I go with cream filled or jelly filled. Those are the best variety of donuts you can ever have. Animal Crossing music. Like, if you do not have a jelly-filled donut, you are not living life. Just finished my Minecraft server. Nice. Mostly just be for friends, but I might end up making a separate server for it because I did that with a project I was really passionate about. Oh, you mean the geography thing? Are you splitting it in like different countries now? Anything with fruit involved? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can have strawberry jam, or apricot jam, or even peach, like, I feel like it would do really well in a donut. Like, you just squeeze it in the middle, and it just complements everything. Like, it's sweeter, but, like, you get something out of it in the middle. Hold on, let me take out the link. You know, I think I might have another before dinner. It's just so good. It just is. The geography project I had, it's kind of stagnated. But it's still active. I'm surprised you remember that. What do you mean surprised? Like, I keep up with everybody in the community. Like, you guys don't think I keep up with what most people do generally? Like, I feel like as a person, I'm able to memorize and be able to know what people go through, and, well, I remember mostly everything. Like, I don't forget. That's why I ask people how their days are going and what they're up to, or like what they're doing. Because I feel like as an introvert, the less friends you have, the more you remember of what other people are doing. Like, if you interact with them in some way or some form, you do remember a lot. Because since you don't have a lot of friends, then, you know, you don't have a whole lot going on. At least for me, that's just the way that it is. The way I think of things. But it's nice that you're still somewhat working on the geography project, man. Like, I honestly want to do more of these just chatting streams. Because, like, I don't know. Like, I generally want to talk with people. But, well, I mean, as an introverted person, I usually keep to myself. And I don't talk a whole lot. Besides maybe, what is it? In general, like, I do interact with people outside in the real world. Like, I go to business meetings all the time. And I talk with clients and I talk with other business owners. But, like, like in it, as an introvert, you're kind of forced to do that, though. Like, if you have to go out and get a job, like, even if you're introverted, you do still have to talk to people. Like, it doesn't, like, for me, I kind of had to get out of that zone of just being, like, introverted. So it's like, the way I think of things is just kind of when you get older, you're just forced into doing things that maybe you don't want to do, but it's better for you in the end. I find it funny that you used the dabbing froggies drawing as suggested for drawing for the most recent Just Chatting stream. Yeah, because I thought the drawing was just so good. Like, it's hard not to put a thumbnail like that up. Like, when's the last time, like, I would do anything like that? Like, I would dab. I've never done that before. So it's kind of surprising that some people would be able to recommend that. But But lately, I find it so difficult to just draw myself, like, over and over. Because I've been doing it a lot for the thumbnails. And I don't know if I could, like, keep drawing myself for the thumbnails. Because after a while, you just get so bored of drawing you and then, like, having the same features over and over. Like, I'm sure I can make, like, a meme of myself. Maybe have, like, the Chad meme and then, like, have it just be me. But it's just, it gets very tiresome. And I feel like in a way, when you just keep drawing yourself and you keep talking about yourself, it becomes kind of narcissistic, right? Because everything, like one thing I don't want it to be is just everything about me, right? Because if it just becomes about me, like I've heard this in the past where there used to be somebody that I was acquainted with and they always said that I was too self-centered. But I don't know, I don't think I'm self-centered at all, right? I just think in general, I find what other people do to be interesting and to get a little bit of an idea on what they want to do or what they're interested in. Like the way I generally conduct business, or whenever I go out and, you know, meet clients and meet other business owners, I generally become very casual about it. Like I don't just go, "Hi, my name is this and I'm part of this company and here's my business card. Here you go. And today we're going to talk about stocks and we're going to talk about how well your business is doing and the projections and all that." Like, I don't do that. Usually, I just sit down and we just talk about our day. And eventually, it kind of just leads on to the business. Like, you would just generally chill about it because you want to be casual and you want to get along with each other. So I feel like one of the worst things possible is if you want to get to know somebody, you generally don't want to talk about business first. Like, you want to get to know their interests. So, like, that's in general what I would like. What I would do. Kind of like talking to you guys. Except the business part. We kind of just exclude that. Would you save one person or 10 dogs and a manatee? That's difficult. Because a lot of people, they would kind of equate human lives to be worth more. Let me think about that. Okay, I got a solution. I will save both. And the way I will do it, I will extend one hand with the other and then extend the other hand for the other. So I got my left and my right. So I can save both. But if it's like an ultimatum, and if it's like only if, maybe I would probably... I would save both, but I would sacrifice myself. Because I believe the weight of them are worth a lot more than me. I would just be completely honest, because you have one person, and then you have dogs, and then you have a manatee. I think that kind of stacks up, right? Hey, welcome back, Flame Ball. I'm just eating a chocolate jelly-filled donut before dinner. We're just chatting. Because nobody really wanted to play Scribble. So I said, fuck it. We're just gonna chat. I've been here? Yeah, but you didn't hear me chomping on this delicious jelly-filled donut. You and your pumpkin pie. Man, you guys should really have some of these donuts. It's so freaking good. Like, I got these the other day at Walmart at a discount because they fucked it up. Like, the people there, they were working. And they were like these donuts, the jelly filled ones are called Bismarcks. But the reason why they were discounted was mainly because there was chocolate. So they put chocolate on top of the jelly filled donut, and they weren't supposed to do that. and they put it with the other donuts. And before they like after they realized their mistake, they were like, "Oh, we weren't supposed to do this. Nobody should know though. We'll just put these on a discount." Man, it's so good. Like, I'm glad they made a mistake. They turned something terrible into something wonderful. Froggies, has there ever been a time in your life where you were at your lowest points and really had negative thoughts? You mean suicide? Yeah, there was definitely tons of times where I thought of ending it. I mean, when has nobody ever thought about it? Has nobody ever thought once in their entire life that I wonder what's on the other end? Like, I'm pretty sure everybody contemplated that what happens, like, after we die, right? In general, that's just something that makes the most sense to me. Like, after this life, what do we do? We gamers here to try to save everyone? I honestly think that's just like the best route to go about things, right? Because if I'm capable of saving one person, and then that, at the end of the day, that I've spent my life and I did something with it. Froggies, what are some things I should buy for leisure? I have spare cash lying around and I want to spend money. I don't know, like what, in general I'd just say like if you have a hobby, I'd say spend it on that. Like I'd say maybe, like I collect trading cards, like right now I'm like starting to collect Pokemon and all that, but it's like very sparingly. Like I've said before, my sister spent like $1,000 on Pokemon cards and she hasn't gotten anything out of it. But I spent like maybe $50 and I got everything out of it. Like I've spent like maybe... Well, I've spent a little bit more than $50 now in terms of Pokemon. But you saw the other day we got like the Pikachu EX thing, and then we also got the... I don't know, the ugly ass red card that's worth like... I don't know how much it was, but... Like, it's kind of funny, you know, some people spend money chasing after things when they should be just, like, chasing after some things that they really like. If they want it, you shouldn't just gamble, they should just buy it straight out. Like, for me, Pokemon is just a hobby type of thing, where if I don't get something, it's like, whatever. Like, I don't spend time, like, putting, like, all sorts of my money into one thing to gamble it away. Right? Like for Yu-Gi-Oh, I have a modest collection. Like a lot of the cards I do collect, they're only like 10 cents each, but it fills out the entire binder and I'm like, damn, that looks amazing to look at. It's a whole entire archetype and whole entire, you know, selection of creatures that belong with one another. Like Dark Magicians, or what is it, Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's like, they're incredibly cheap because they keep getting reprinted, but like it's like it's a collection, you know. Like it doesn't have to be expensive. Like it doesn't have to be that expensive to look at. It's just something fun to do. Like, I think in general, it's okay to gamble, but just gamble for fun sometimes, and don't just chase after the money from gambling. Like, I think that's just common sense. Because if I really wanted a card, I'd rather just buy it. It's just... because that's a guarantee. Pumpkin is good on events like holidays. Damn it, Flame Bro, we talked about this. We talked about pumpkin pie being disgusting. And we talked about apple pie being the best type of pie out there. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, moderator? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Rainbow knows I'm kidding. But to each their own. Some people like pumpkin pie. I generally never tried pumpkin pie, but I don't really like the idea of it. Well, I did try it one time when I was a kid in middle school, but I could not eat it. Like it was not good. I think the one lesson I've learned from life is never be desperate and never be greedy. Things will never go your way the moment you start making choices based off of that. Like I like from an early age, I learned how to like work out with money. Like since we didn't have a whole lot of money, and then when I went to college, it was the same exact thing. But now when you get a job and then you have like all sorts of responsibilities, and then you have money along with it, you don't want to go into the hole of gambling, or you want to deal with the 7 deadly sins, right? Because if once you dive deep into the hole, you start to lose everything bit by bit. So a lot of the addictions that people feed into, they might not realize it right away, but eventually they're gonna dig themselves into a hole that they can't get out of. And it's a slow hole. It's a slow digging of the hole. But eventually you're gonna reach the bottom of it where nobody's gonna pull you out of it. And the only way you're gonna do it is just until you realize it, and maybe you're gonna climb very slowly all the way back to the top. But yeah, that's just my opinion in a nutshell, and just like things that I've learned in terms of addiction. Addiction comes in all shapes and forms, but everybody loses the same way. Let me see, what else did I miss out on? But in terms of like the lowest point and like negative thoughts, like it may be like kind of bad to say this, but the way I learned to control like negative thoughts is like you learn from watching like other people go through it. Like they have negative thoughts, and then they have like, being down in the dumps, and they themselves have like problems. So like you kind of learn from watching other people go through it. So, and then you're like, oh boy, I kind of don't want to end up like that. So you kind of just change, and you kind of learn from that. Reject capitalism, live via photosynthesis and charity. Yeah, we all gotta be a little bit more kind to other people. And I'm saying that not as like a bullshitty thing. Like some people who try to portray the nice facade of things, but in general, if you're nice to people, then other people will be nice to you. Not always the case, but I've learned a thing or two from seeing other people and working a little bit in retail. Froggies, if you could tell your younger self a piece of advice that changes the course of your life or certain outcomes, what would you tell them? This is for like all the young kids out there, huh? Well, I mean, I'd say maybe, work hard, be like Flame Bro, because he's working really hard too. Hey Cassie, how's it going? Yeah, we're just chatting for the moment since there wasn't a whole lot of people that wanted to play Scribble. So we're nearing like the end of the stream right now, because I just had a donut and I wanted to go take a walk. So I hope people here weren't like expecting any community-based games. But I'm glad that that people are here. Hey, Cleb. How's it going, man? Long time no see. How's the... How's your mental state? Yeah, we were also talking about pumpkin pie and how it was terrible. And how a lot of people agree that apple pie is the best. Right. I'm doing great. Nice. I'm glad your mental state is improving, man. Sometimes we tend to get some people that maybe they're like a little bit down and they need a little bit of a friendly hand or like some advice. So I'm glad to see them doing well. Fun fact, pumpkin pie is actually from Mexico. Is it? That's kind of weird. I've never seen any like pumpkin dishes before. Like the only things I know of like Mexican cuisine, and I know this is like very stereotypical, but the only thing I know from Mexico is just like tacos and empanadas and what is it? Like those are the only things. I know it's like a very American thing to not know about like different types of cuisine, but I generally don't know that much about like other countries like types of dishes or whatnot. But I do know, like, in terms of, like, McDonald's or any fast food restaurant, if you go to Europe, they'll have, like, different kinds of fast food, but it still represents the fast food franchise in a way. Like, you'll have McDonald's in Mexico, and they have something called the gansito. I think that's, like, a Mexican dessert. So they have, like, a gansito flurry. Which I didn't know that that was a thing. I always thought that they just had like a McFlurry and you just had like brownie bites or something. But it's like I really wish that maybe they have like a McDonald's here in the States. They'll call it like the emissary McDonald's, and it will have like all different types of the world's McDonald's like menu. And then you could at least try it out here in the States. Like, you don't have to go really far, but at the very least, they could have that here. The only bad thing happening to me right now is that the right ear is leaking a lot of liquidy earwax. Oh! That usually happens when I take I take a shower, and that only ever happened back when I was like a kid, but like, I used to get water in my ear just because I was washing it the wrong way. I would just tip my head, and I wasn't supposed to put, like, what is it, the shower... You know how water comes out of the shower? I wasn't supposed to tip my head and then have it leak into my ear. So nowadays, I usually just wash my hair just by... Well, I usually just, like, put it down without, like... I don't have to, like, cover my ears. My hair just covers it for me. And nowadays, I don't have, like, any earwax that's, like, liquefied whatsoever. But I will say this. If you have long hair, it's one of the best ways to avoid getting soap on in your eyes or your face. Because, like... It kind of acts as like an umbrella and kind of prevents all the all like the shampoo and the conditioner from going into your eyes, so I never have to close them anymore. I literally just have to like put my head down, and then it acts as like an umbrella of sorts. It really is like a really wonderful thing. But back when I had short hair, I used to close my eyes all the time. I know it sounds weird, but it's like it works. It really does. It works. let me see. What type of life advice can I offer for other people? Well, let me see. I think I talked about this the other day. So I met with like a manager at like a honey processing company. He was about to retire, and he had like he was talking about somebody that was also gonna retire as well, because he'd been working the job for about, I think, he said he'd been doing it for about 25 years or so, but it was more of like a manual labor job. And he talked about the guy working there and saying that he had no experience in college and whatnot. And he said one of the worst things possibly is that not going out and getting like an education of some kind, learning about like a certain skill, or learning like any trait whatsoever. Like at the very least, like he said in life, at least in his experience, he said that back when he first started, he was like 20 years old, and he had like a chemical bioengineering degree. And he talked about like how going into like the job market was really terrible, because as an intern he had to pay like 6 months of his salary for an internship to get an opportunity. So he worked as in like a bioengineering company for like 10 years or so, and then he found out he didn't really like doing that. So eventually he moved on to the food processing, which is entirely different from anything to do with chemicals. And he worked in that department for another 10 years until he eventually stumbled off into the honey processing business. And he did that for about 20 or so years as well. But in order to do that, he kind of took a little bit of a risk. And so in order to start the honey business, he had to have a partner do it with him. And after a while, since it didn't really work out with his partner, he had to pitch in and bring in the majority of his own money. And the lucky part of it is that he actually worked really hard, and he got to a point where he found other people that was able to support him. And now it's been so many years. He's like 70 or so, some years old, and he's going into retirement. So I'd say in terms of like life experience, if anything you find difficult in life that you don't particularly like, or maybe you feel like you're stuck somewhere, like you do have options, right? So if you have a degree in something, or like I don't know, let's say you have a degree in engineering, or you have a degree in biology, it doesn't mean that you're trapped in one specific job, you know? So that's one of the lessons that I could give to other people. If you don't like doing something, then don't fucking do it. It's just simple. You know, if it's hard to get another job, then, and if you don't like the specific job you're doing, then you're better off just finding a job that you do like, but it's gonna take some time. So it's kind of like the same way I think of things when it comes down to my YouTube channel. If I don't like doing something, then I'll just switch off and do something else. Like, sure, it might not be extremely popular, but I'd rather enjoy my life rather than suffer through it, and maybe keep doing it and just not really get any enjoyment out of it. So that's the takeaway that I got from well, there's a lot of takeaways to get out of it, but the majority of it is just, you know, if you don't enjoy something, don't do it. I think a lot of people, they get the idea that they feel like they're trapped, or they get stuck in somewhere and they're not capable of doing anything else. Whether or not they believe that they're not talented or they don't have the potential to do it. But I think a lot of people get the wrong ideas, where they do have the potential, they just don't want to put the work in. And a lot of people are capable of great things, but you just have to do the time, and you have to just keep at it if you want to do something. Because if you don't practice something, you're never going to get good at it. Whether it be a skill like singing or, you know, drawing. It's kind of like that. But yeah, that's in general, that's the kind of advice I would have to say to people that maybe might need a bit of advice right now. Okay, if there's like no more questions or there's nothing else, I think this might be a good time to call it for now. Maybe next community game night people will want to play Scribble. Hey, trust me, I'm an engineer. Also, hey Virgo, I just got here. Did I miss anything? Oh man, I was just gonna end the stream. I was just talking about, you know, my life experience and like other people's experiences in the job market, and we're also talking about apple pie versus pumpkin pie. A lot of people were they were really liking apple pie, you know, and not the shitty pumpkin pie. But yeah, we're gonna continue a community game night later on in the future. Yeah, maybe in the next couple of weeks or so. I guess I catch the next stream. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's just I was like I had a chocolate donut here. I wish you guys would have caught it, but it was like a chocolate jelly filled donut. It was the most fantastic donut that you could ever taste, and I wish you guys were here for it. Like jelly filled, cream filled, like chocolate covered. It's a double wombo combo. But next week, I'm thinking of maybe doing well, another doodle stream, and also continue with Kingdom Hearts and what else? Well, I'm trying to think. So Kingdom Hearts, doodle stream, and I don't know, maybe Wednesday either a just chatting stream, or maybe I might do a building, well, something building stream with like a hand cam or something. Cause then I don't know, it gives me more time to chat with people, and if there's like something that people have questions about, or maybe they have something that they're interested in, you know, we can all talk about it together. Jelly-filled donuts are my favorite. Yes, they are. See, this guy knows what's the right idea. I don't think there is anybody here that likes pumpkin pie besides Flame Bro. He's the odd one out. Alright, I'll see you guys next week, or maybe later. Thank you all for the support as always. Thank you for playing some of the Jackbox games with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, hope you all have a good night. And I don't know, get some rest. Bye bye. I like pumpkin pie.